Cinema has always been a reflection of society, pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and telling stories that resonate with diverse audiences. However, in recent years, one question became very common among the netizens. In 1952, the Central Board of Film Certification, CBFC, is initiated and tasked with regulating the public exhibition of films under the provisions of the Cinematograph Act 1952. Which means that films screened in cinemas and on television may only be publicly exhibited in India after certification by the board and edited. I might get hate for talking specifically about India, which is not even in the top 10 countries with the most censorship. But I can only talk about what I'm familiar with. So, the U certificate, that is unrestricted public exhibition with family-friendly movies, and a certificate, restricted to adult audiences but any kind of nudity not allowed. Seems pretty understandable, huh? 2 more were added in June 1983 that are UA, unrestricted public exhibition, with parental guidance for children under 12, and S, restricted to specialized audiences, such as doctors or scientists. But with all certificates, I find this statement a bit odd. It says, such films are often recertified with VEU and VUA for TV and video viewing, which does not happen in case of U and UA certified movies. What recertified means that the scenes or clips of the movies are cut down. Expecting the people to agree, then the so-called freedom of speech. Seems a bit hypocritical. The originality of the movie is lost in this phase, and this so-called family-friendly version just feels so artificial. The filmmakers do know about these, and they are in and profit of 30% reduced taxes for U and UA certificates. But they still release the film whole, for a reason. There are several controversies happened on this issue. In 2002, an Indian filmmaker and CBFC chair Vijay Anand proposed legalizing the exhibition of X-rated films in selected cinemas. Porn is shown everywhere in India clandestinely, and the best way to fight this onslaught of blue movies is to show them openly in theaters with legally authorized licenses, was his statement. He resigned less than a year after becoming chairperson in the wake of his proposal. CEO Rakesh Kumar was arrested in August 2014 for accepting bribes to expedite the issuance of certificates. The board demanded 4 cuts, 3 visual and 1 audio, from the 2015 Malayalam film, Chayampusia Vidu, because of nude scenes. The directors refused to make the changes, and the film was not certified. The fact that the directors accepted the risk of getting arrested than to make the changes tells something about the vision of a director. I'm not encouraging anyone to accept or give bribes, as what they did was actually considered a crime. Another similar incident was taken place in 2003, which was in my opinion handled very well. Gulabi Arena, a film about Indian transsexuals produced and directed by Sridhar Rangayan, the movie appealed the court twice. It was unsuccessful both the times. Although the film is banned in India, it has been screened in the UK, which is surprisingly a good decision. If you run into a place that has no room for you, you move to the place that welcomes you. These not only happens to Indian-made films, but also the foreign films to screen in India. The CBFC demanded 5 cuts from the 2011 American film, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, because of nudity and rape scenes. The producers and the director, David Fincher, eventually decided not to release the film in India completely. So what is the problem here? A director's vision can only be told by the director himself. If he thinks the cuts won't make any disturbance to his vision, then nobody has any problem. Which is what exactly happened in 2017. Lipstick Under My Burqa, directed by Alankrita Shrivastava, was originally denied certification. The film, which had been screened at international film festivals, was eligible for the Golden Globe Awards. The filmmakers appealed to the board's Film Certification Appellate Tribunal, which authorized its release. The FCAT requested some cuts, primarily to intimate scenes, and the film was released with an A certificate. During the release, the director said this: "Of course I would have loved no cuts, but the FCAT has been very fair and clear. I feel that we will be able to release the film without hampering the narrative or diluting its essence." Which is exactly the point here. If every director is okay with the cuts, then the issue is solved. Not considering some, who just sees the cinema as another business platform. Sooner after the last decade, we can't deny the fact that people have become so much softer. Getting offended easily. Finding everything affecting their sentiments. Whatever we people say, the mainstream media is mostly family audiences. That means we can't stop this, right? Well, we can. What we should do is normalizing the nudity in movies, and teaching not only the kids, but every citizen of a nation. Of course, we don't want everyone to start watching porn in movie theaters. What we can do is to give the filmmakers a limited amount of duration to the adults-only scenes. Let's say 3 to 5 minutes. This will not allow the government to alter an individual or a group set of people's thoughts. As it should. I don't even want to talk about the graphic violence. I don't understand why the government bans the graphic violence in a movie. If you think that it provokes violence in people, then where it hasn't. A character should not smoke, drink, or any kind of usage of drugs in movies. Bro, how are the filmmakers supposed to tell a story? I can't even talk about something, because of the community guidelines of YouTube. This is in fact the issue. There is a famous saying in Tamil, which reads, Kalavam Katru Mara, which means that even it is a bad practice like thieving, learn and then forget it. This softness in people is already getting worse, by making the scenes of TV shows black and white, if the scene contains any blood in the shot. Again. Bro. It's just blood. Everyone has it running in their body. And let me tell you, we are not too far away from the day we all watch soft, down-to-earth good, cringe-happy movies. And that I consider the annihilation of cinema.